Uh, Generally, we get 2 to 3 cases of trading and gambling per month at our clinic, which called the clinic stand for SHUT Clinic, Service for Healthy Use of Technology at NIMHANS Center of Wellbeing. And but the recent years have seen more treatment-seeking behavior for trading-related issues. People who are in stock trading or people who are in investment. So, and most of the time the treatment is being initiated by parents, because and the reasons for initiation of treatment is significant loss in the financial domain, change in their lifestyle, development of psychological issues secondary to the massive loss which they had because of stock trading or because of any financial investment and all. But when we go into the history of these clients, most of them have initiated this trading behavior investment because of peer pressure or because somebody in the family is already engaged or doing this kind of practice. So they have just picked up for as a part of recreational activities or just to understand or to have the experience of investment or trading. But subsequently, it becomes a regular activity for them. Once they start feeling that it can also give them success, it can also give them another means to generate money also. So, but initial regular use always remains in the controlled manner. They play for a certain period of time, they go for certain level of investment, and they feel success also. But with these successes, they build up trading as a main activity for them, and then they started building up, investing a lot of money in these practices. And when the investment of money comes up, and when the decision is not based on reasoning or on their experiences, they succumb to losses also. And once they had loss, they always try to chase this loss. So I think the chasing loss is the main characteristics which doesn't allow them to stop, and which somewhere mediates them to continue with the trading behaviors or in gambling or in investment. And nowadays, I think another risk factor is coming up because already people have credit cards and other resources to borrow money. Sometimes these friends, more or less, I think all clients which comes to us, they have exhausted all their friends. They have exhausted all the credit card limits across banks, and they have exhausted all their excuse to take money from the families also. Then the another resource which they generally use is easy money loan options. Generally, I think I think all of us might have experienced that these messages we all of us gets, but especially people who are in this gambling, trading, and who already have lost, they feel more tempted to use this opportunity to get back that lost money, and they use this opportunity frequently to gain the money, to gain back the money, or to do something. Sometimes they feel that they carry the guilt feeling also, that they have lost so much and now they want to do something for the family, and that's why they rationalize that that's why I have used my easy loan option, so that I can gain back the money and I can do something for my family. And some of the people also have a reasoning that I want to build up a house, I wanted to do certain things for my family, and that's why I need money, and trading, gambling gives me that opportunity. So, and when they come to the treatment, they all realize that if I would have done trading and gambling in a wise manner, I would not have succumbed to this loss. And they also acknowledge that all this time, whenever I had a loss, it was my emotional reasoning or it was my emotional judgment to go ahead with the moves which is giving me loss only. But I was not able to control or log out from those online platforms and all. So, subsequently, when they had massive loss, when they find it it's difficult to repay the loans, they develop psychological issues which comes up in the forms of lifestyle changes, which brings solitary lifestyle where they don't talk to anybody, they remains within themselves, and the deterioration in their professional functioning, they are not at all going to their productive work, they are not doing any physical activities, they have biological disturbance which includes less appetite, disturbance in the sleep pattern, or slow mood states, anxiety and stress, which family members also do recognize. So at this stage, they talk to the family and they disclose the family. This is all has happened with them. Since most of our families are very supportive, so they takes the initiative first to repay the loan. But in some of the cases, they do repay the whole loan. But once the repay of loan happens, the person feel that again I can try. And the reasoning remains, I want to help my family because they had repaid my loan. I want to do one more betting to get back whole money and brings that money to my family. But again they had a loss and this practice continues. So the chasing loss is the factor where they have to avoid. Rather than chasing loss, they should talk to the family. They should consult professional who can help them out. Then because the treatment is initiated by parents, so initial motivation to seek treatment is not internal, it is by family pressure, because family wants to repay the loan if they complete the treatment only. So somewhere we have to change the motivation from external to internal. That it is, if you make a decision and if you quit or build up abstinence from this gambling in trading or investment, it will help you. So that internal reasons we have to build up through our psychoeducation, through another technique which we call motivation enhancement. Through motivation enhancement, we build up reason for change, build up the reasons for quitting, build up the reason for abstinence.
So this all comes in the psychotherapy.
Psychotherapy. Second part of once we build up the reasons for change, then we works on their thought process. Because all over the years they may be using a lot of rationalization that I am doing because either I want to regain the whatever I lost, or I want to help the families, or I want to overcome the stress of loss, and that's why again I'm into the gambling or investment. So this kind of cognitions which we work as a part of psychotherapy, which we call cognitive restructuring, where we build up adaptive thought process, that if you want to help yourself, it can be done through lifestyle changes also. If you want to overcome your stress, which is the reason for again going back to the investment and all, you can work on your stress through stress management techniques also. You can work on your depression through other techniques which can help you out to come out from the depression also. And then third technique which we work on in the family context, how we enhance family support, and we also encourage person to spend quality time with the family. So that I think once more communication happen in the family will also know what is happening with their this particular patient, and the patient also will have no hesitation to let family know that again I am feeling craving, I need help, talk to me or take me to the professional also. But all these things takes time. It's almost like it's minimum I think 3 to 6 months they have to be regular in treatment. Subsequently they should remain in follow-up treatment for booster sessions, and I think somewhere I am projecting like almost like 1 year help. Definitely they should be in treatment to come out and to lead a healthy lifestyle.
How many such cases have been reported in NIMHANS?
Generally we have like as I said, trading and investment we are getting 1 or 2 cases every month, and when we works on through psychotherapy using motivation enhancement, using cognitive restructuring, using psychological therapies to help them out to manage their stress, depression, or as well as family support also, I think people have started doing good. But still the family trust doesn't come so easily. They still have a feeling that he may relapse again, because sometimes what happens, people do relapse even 100 rupees or 1000 rupees investment, and anytime even if you do 1000 rupees investment, it brings again a trigger a sequence of events that after 1000 if they get even 500 gain, they will say let me invest again 500 more. So we have to work on money control also with the family members also when we work, that there should not be access to the credit, there should not be any access to the salary if they are earning. They should get very minimum amount which can't be used for any investment or any trading behavior. So the money control is another important part of whole psychotherapy.
So far, a few dozens of cases.
We have seen almost like 10 to 12 cases we have seen, and I think if
During the
last 1 year, such cases.
And how long, when you start the process of treating such patients, how long does it take for the patient to recover?
Minimum 3 to 6 months. Minimum 3 to 6 month weekly sessions we have to conduct. And because because since they have a lot of triggers in their lifestyle, they have a lot of reasons which can again brings the relapse also. So they needs more frequent sessions to maintain their motivation as well as to improve their cognitive vigilance, to remain away as well as to engage in healthy activities.
Sir, what are the early signs of warnings to individuals who are engaged in or get addicted to or at least engaged in such gambling games or loan applications or investments or stock trading? What are the early signs that you would like to?
I think the most visible warning sign would be if there is any change in their lifestyle. Lifestyle means suddenly if you find that patient or the person is avoiding family members, person, that can be a sign of psychological issues also, that can be sign of something else also. I'm not saying that is a core sign of, but these are relative signs. Second sign is procrastination. He or she procrastinates lot of things to spend time in a solitary setting. Third thing, which because sometimes example comes like person has a interest in gym, but the family member feel that whenever is in gym, the gym activities happen only for 45 minutes, but he spend time almost like 3 to 4 hours in gym, and they have a feeling that on the pretext of gym, he is spending time with the online platforms only to trade and all. So if that's another reason, that unavailability, so lifestyle change, non-availability for family communications, and if they find any behavioral change, either in terms of mood state changes or irritability. And third or the fourth is he or she is not very much vocal about his investment and about his salary part and all. So if that trust is not there in terms of disclosing whatever he is earning and how is he investing, that is also a sign that he or she is into the trading behavior.
So in such cases, they would be requiring professional help.
Definitely. And I think sometimes it happens if they catch this sign, if they pick up this sign, sometimes even family communications can do a lot of wonder, because if family put that trust that though you have done so much investment or you have incurred loss, but let's work toward healthy lifestyle. That sort of things also works. If the family communication is not working, then they definitely should seek help from specialists who are working in the area of behavioral addiction.
Your message as an expert to such young people, young men who are into using mobiles for such applications.
And I think
message.
I think to all the users who are into the trading, I think they should identify the characteristics of chasing loss anywhere at their cognition level or the emotional level. If they are working toward chasing loss for money, that is a very much important warning sign that they should pick up, and they should seek help or communicate for seeking further assistance.
Well, how this transformation works? Like someone is using some application for benefit or out of greed or out of making easy money, easy success, whatever. How it turns into addiction? A normal usage into addiction?
Anything which is rewarding, because brain also learns through reward system only. Anything which is giving your brain rewards, which is giving you a dopamine high or happy hormones, get strengthened, and that becomes a prioritized activities. And once it become a prioritized activities, build up preoccupation that I have to save some time to be on these activities. And once you develop this preoccupation, then what happens, it affects your decision making abilities. Executive functions get disturbed, and once your decision making abilities get affected, then you will remain with these activities, you will negate the loss, you will have a lot of denials that I am not at loss or I can recover all these things, or you will continue with practice of chasing the loss.
One more thing, I guess, being an expert, you can we can let the patients differentiation between normal investment and this rewarding investment.
Mhm.
That also such an awareness would also give them an enlightenment to patients that this is not something that we need to get into or get myself or someone messed up with.
I think there is a difference, like people do investment, long-term investment. Sometimes it happens in
Yes, I
maybe I think it sometimes it may be land, it may be in any other investment which brings them good returns also. And that time also the expectancy remains that I should get double the return, or sometimes people keep changing the source also. Sometimes they invest in particular source, and if they've got the maximum, they will shift that source to other something else so that they get a maximum investment. But that remains in a controlled manner. That doesn't build up that preoccupation. Though reward is there because they know, because even for sometimes people have a interest in buying properties and all, they buy one property, they sell the property and then they invest somewhere else. But they know that this much I'm going to, that a lot of cognition and decision making has happened, that where I'm reinvesting and what how much I'm going to get. But when decision making is not happening, when decision making is not based on any empirical evidence, decision making is more on reward, decision making more on preoccupation, decision making more on chasing the loss rather than minimizing the loss. There is a difference. If you are chasing the loss, things will be different in the mind setup. If you are minimizing the loss, you will into a more practical practice. So if this chasing the loss practice is happening with you, that's not the right investment. And if that is happening, we should avoid it. If you can't avoid it at individual level, talk to your family members. If that conversation also doesn't help, seek any help from professionals.
So keeping this healthy investment and not addictive investment.
Investments, yeah.
So this happens, this about technological investment that involves money is about adolescence. And how about some addictions among children which have technology as background?
Basically, I think the reasons remains the same, because if you are introducing technology very early in age, maybe 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, and all these technology platform and the way they are designed, it gives them engagement, it gives any user engagement, and it all engagements leads to spending excessive amount of time with these technology platforms. And all these technology platforms gives you acknowledgement, gives you platform for communications, and gives you a lot of reciprocations also. If all these things are happening, all these things are related with the reward system. You are getting something reward out of it, and which this kind of reward, acknowledgement, communications in real life takes time. You have to approach somebody to talk. You have to wait even for parents to acknowledge your whatever ABCD thing person child has done. But if you put same thing on the online platform, you would get a lot of thumbs ups and all within a minute. And if you put your photos, you will get so many likes and all. So immediate acknowledgement, communications also makes this, and the way that all platforms are designed, all these platforms designed to make them more engaging and participative. These all things are related to the having more rewards, and if these rewards continue, the child also develop preference for technology use, and he or she looks for opportunity whenever he can spend time with the mobile or with iPad or any other devices which he or she has. And because this has become a main problem post-COVID, because accessibility has improved post-COVID for devices. Now all families have 4 to 5 devices, so that all children also have access to any one of the devices, and that's why if the access is there, they start using technology in a excessive manner, and sometimes it also started affecting their lifestyle also.
Treatment for children.
Treatment for children is, I think, one, we have to work on awareness, where all stakeholders can work. When I'm saying stakeholder, even pediatricians can build up that awareness whenever the child visits them, because up to 16, 17 years, pediatrician is the main clinician who treats them. Schools can build up awareness, teachers, I think weekly they can build up some awareness. And third thing comes like even counselors and all we can train, that can also build up, and teachers also we can build up awareness. Awareness is one thing. Second thing comes for families. Families can build up do's and don'ts for the technology use, because most of the families don't have do's and don'ts. And what we have seen in Bangalore context, even adults have 8 to 12 hours of use. If you are using 8 to 12 hours, you can't be a good role model for the child, because you will be using technology even when you are at home. So I think family also have to build up do's and don'ts, which we call digital fasting. Family has to build up some time without technology. That maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes, but that time to be used only for non-screen based activities, which everybody can participate, which everybody can enjoy. So digital fasting has to come. Second thing which we talks about, which we call digital sunset. Once the evening time comes up, now there is a digital sunset is also related to having a good sleep. So now whatever your scheduled time of sleep is, at least 5 hours before scheduled time you should have physical activities, 60 to 90 minutes. 4 hours before sleeping time you should have last drink of the day, maybe coffee, alcohol, maybe coffee or drinks or anything, not alcohol. And 3 hours before sleeping time you should have your meal. 2 hours before sleeping time you should have quality family time, and 1 hour before sleeping time no screen use. I think these 5 steps if you follow, your sleep would be on time, and you will have a lot of time to be gathered and to have controlled use of technology.
So such trading apps or investment role can be controlled instead of getting into the addiction.
Yes, sir. And that way it improves the lifestyle also. If you have that some activities in the evening time, it also brings you that dopamine high, because through physical activities also you can get dopamine high also.
Well, one last question, sir. It's not a question. Your guiding words for the parents, for the guardians of children or adolescents on how to monitor or keep a watch on them, so that these normal usage of whether it's investment or gaming or gambling, whatever, doesn't turn into addiction. So your guiding words for parents, guardians.
And I think my only advice would be, I think they should focus on communication. Have more communication with each other, because if you communicate with each other, you will know a lot of things about each other. You will pick up psychological science also, you will pick up the distress also, you will pick up the other preoccupation also. So have more communication, save time for communication. And in case if you have to save time for communication, you have to cut down your screen time also. The whole family members has to cut down the screen time so that communication can happen. So if these two things happens in each families, they can do wonderful things in enhancing quality-based family activities, as well as reducing various behavioral addictions, which can involve gambling, which can involve investment, or excessive use of technology in children also.
That's very nice, sir. A little about the Chef Clinic, this health clinic for health and well-being.
Yes.
How it started and how is it serving, and how you are getting patients.
Okay. We started working in this area from 2007 onwards. I think 2007 was the time when Nokia phone was available. Mobile phone cost was very expensive. So, but that time also when we did our first study, we found that people were concerned about excessive use of technology. People were concerned about addictive use of technology. So, but subsequently we found we build up the research in this context, that how is technology overuse is affecting individuals, how is technology overuse is affecting our adolescent, and even workers at the workplace also. And across all these studies, we found that our participants acknowledge that there is an excessive side of technology use, and they all express the need that there should be some service where they can go and they can get more scientific based information, or they can get help also. And subsequently in 2012 we also got one national funding to do a community survey in Bangalore regions, and that also gave us a large sample size validation that these addictions exist in our culture or in our society. So based on these feedbacks, we started this service in 2014 with the objective of to build up more awareness about technology use. Second objective was to enhance manpower by training counselors, by training health professionals to identify and to give advice to these people with technology use. And the last is to continue our research work in this area to build up further empirical Indian based evidence for it. So initially, since it was the first of a kind initiative in 2014, awareness was not so significant. So initial clientele was not very encouraging for us. So what we did, we persisted with our research endeavors, and whatever research endeavors, we publish it in the scientific journals, and we brought it out to the media attention also. So that practice brought us positive results that help us to build up awareness in the society. And then subsequently people started seeking help for technology related issues also. And post COVID things have changed significantly. People during COVID time recognize that there is a negative sides of technologies also. It was not addiction, but people also were suffering from musculoskeletal issues also. People who are on the desktop also for webinars and for Zoom and other meetings, they also start feeling that we feel fatigue. We also need help how to minimize our musculoskeletal fatigues and other things. So people who are in for professional reason or people who are for recreational reason, all of us started approaching us for seeking further guidance for technology related affairs. So initially, if you see pre-COVID, it used to be 6 to 7 cases, but now post-COVID, we see almost like 20 to 25 cases per week. Predominantly, it remains gaming, internet gaming only, adolescents in the age group of 16 to 20, but we do get cases of 25 plus also, which involves pornography, which involves trading, which involves gambling, which involve even binge watching also. So, and now we have a team of two other, my faculties are there by Dr. Nitin Anand and Dr. Rajesh Kumar, and we have PhD scholars who are working on various domains of technology related issues. So we have almost 10 PhD scholars who are working in the area of behavior addiction.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That truly enlightening.